Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Iron Farm Toys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the John Deere 95 in 1/64 scale, obviously, if you couldn't tell. But we're going to be taking a look at this guy today. I haven't made a review on a combine this fall yet. Well, I guess I made a video on the S7, so technically I have. But anyways, we're going to be taking a look at this combine today. It's a pretty cool combine. And first of all, I'd just like to kind of show you guys. So this is a extension piece. It's not an actual piece in real life. At least I don't think it is. I don't know, it could be, but it's made. It's in a Moore's kit. It's in the detail. It comes in the detail kit for this combine, and you just click it on your front two, I guess, stud pieces, whatever you want to call them. You just put it on there, and it's made so you could put these 64th grain heads on it. What the heck? Oh, I just never realized that. It's too wide. It's a little disappointing. Oh well. But anyways, get the point. Maybe they were supposed to be longer. I don't know. You could probably expand them out a little bit so you could fit this grain head on there. Because that would look pretty sweet to have that head on there. Because we don't really have a grain head for the 95. We do and we don't. I guess, well, yeah, we do. Ertl didn't make one a few years ago, but those are expensive. And pretty much the only way to get them is if you buy the harvesting set they made back in the early 2000s, I think. So not a crazy long time ago, but anyways, we're going to start off with the corn head. This is a 435, and it's not the most detailed head, but it is for an older piece. Doesn't even have the opening, which is not that big of a deal. You can live without. You could very well cut your own, put your own on there, but pretty standard old head. John Deere logo. Back in the day, or back when, before the cabs got put off to the side of the combine and they got moved back in the middle. This isn't direct in the middle above the feeder housing, so railing, that is a part of the Moore's kit, 95 detail kit. You could only, if you find one with this kit on it, I'd probably go ahead and buy it, because the kits, they're not expensive. I don't remember what the kit was, but logo on the front there, you can't really see the J on the front. It looks like it got scratched off, but I had to re-glue that decal on there, and that the letter J disappeared. But kind of looks like he was going through a tree line and it scraped it off. So front tires look okay. The rims got some detail. Feeder house, not a ton of detail. There is some detail running up through hydraulics and whatnot. 95 cab, AC and all that, bolts on top of the cab. Auger, which is also a part of the detail kit. And then the unloading auger has been modified because it kept on falling out because it broke. Chop or spreader on the back. It's also in the kit, the detail kit, and then 95 or John Deere logo, and some nice detail for the air breather, and ladder going up into the cab. Not in the cab, just up here so you could service it. These were a flat back 95. There was a round back. Yeah, is that what it was? Yeah, round back and then the flat or square back and the round back, I'm pretty sure. Toolbox, your back axle, which these weren't front wheel drive or nothing. And John Deere's first line of 4-wheel drive combines would have been these. I don't think they ever made a 4400 4-wheel drive, but I could be wrong. But they might have made a 4400. I'm not sure, but I know they made a 66 and a 7700 4-wheel drive. It's what we run as a 7700. So yeah, not a bad looking old machine. I do have another 95 that's tucked in the weeds on the display. You could say blew up the motor, or they just said to heck with it and put her in the fence row, and there it sat, and went and bought a new combine. I don't know. Could say the motor blew up and they just pulled it off instead of putting it back in the shop, and they pulled it off to the side instead of taking it into the shop or, the farmyard. They just push it into the weeds, which I can show you that. But yeah, that extension just goes right there. I can't get to hook up to this head, but I know it does hook up to, that is not the right size, not the right color, but it does hook up to, right here. It's this hookup. It's this connection. It's like for the maximizers and the, yes, for like this combine. Just pretend it's green, but yeah, it clicks. It'll fit this. It's not realistic, but it fits. But you could put like a grain head or something on it. So what I could do is I could buy one of those heads, cut off these two guys, or I could just cut them off and bring them in closer together. But yeah, I can show you guys that 95 that's on the display sitting in the weeds. Okay, so there it is. Zoom out here. This was the field that, I don't know, it could be one of these fields. It could be this field or this field. It was combining at one point, because this one's been tilled up and it's getting planted, and that one is obviously a hayfield. So there it is, rusting away in the fence row, waiting to be saved. And the display is kind of a mess right now. Display video should be the next video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy, like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Old Iron Farm Toys out.